Alright, good morning. Today we're looking at a smaller ship build. Call this one the Ladybug. It's a about 90% tile parts that you can buy at Neon. It's not much to it. It's a very simple design, but I like the smaller ship builds because it really forces you to get creative on space management. Anyways, as you can see, it's got its red and black paint scheme, which is why I call it the Ladybug. And I'm happy with the way it came out. Get into the shipbuilder, I'll take it apart.
Got anything I can help you with? Sure, have at it.
So this is Ladybug. It's only 14 by 13 to the center line. And one of the cool things I came up with for this ship build to save space, it doesn't really matter, but I could have put this bulwark shield generator. So this is a Class B ship. It's not modded. It's not glitched or anything. This is a straight vanilla build. Normally, you'd see the shield generator up on top, but what I found is these DeGamma cargo holds, they have a slope here where they kind of go outwards like that. And normally you'd have, like, say, a grav drive here. And if you put the shield generator here to kind of hide it, you wouldn't be able to put anything else in here because it would be clipping into the shield generator itself. It doesn't fit without glitching, and I don't want to glitch. But because of the way that these cargo holds are sloped, they'll actually go in there, and it doesn't interfere with the thing. So normally you'd only get 2 modules in here, but because of the way that this is set up, I can get 3 modules in a space that normally you'd only get 2. So that's cool. That just frees up, like in another build, it might free up some spot on or space up on the top. But I wanted to keep the top on this clean, just to give it the nice Ladybug look. I was saying most of the parts come out of Taio, so you can get almost everything here at Neon. The ship itself is, like I said, it's pretty straightforward. Let me move some of these guns. Trying to figure out how to place all the guns is always going to be one of the most challenging things on these super small builds, because there just aren't that many hard points. Oops. Alright, so as far as the ship build goes, you start off with your Taio 200 shipbed landing bay. And directly behind it, you're just going to put a Taio companionway 1x1, bottom B. And then connected to that one companionway 1x1, you're going to use a 100 DP slim docker. So this is one of 2 parts I think you have to go outside of Neon to get, and I got that at Deimos, or yeah, Deimos in the Sol system. And then directly on top of this Taio companionway 1x1, I use a Taio companionway 1x1 mid. It's just like that. And then here on the front, I'm going to use this 104 DS mag inertial reactor. I like these reactors because it's 39 power. It's only 1 power less than the most powerful of the Class C reactors, and it only takes up 1 slot instead of 2 slots like the Class C reactors. So that works out pretty good. Directly on top of that, we're going to put the Himeji command bridge. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think you actually have to go inside the Neon and go into the headquarters for Taio and talk to the lady in there to get this bridge. I don't think the dude outside on the platform sells it. But it's 25 mass, and it has a little bit more cargo capacity than the standard bridges. As far as well, let me do the back here first. We're going to use a R400 Alpha Grav drive. And then on top of it, we're going to use this Bulwark Vanguard shield generator. And for each of the wings, all it is a Nova 1050 engine with a Pinpoint 4G landing gear. And on the front, to cap it off, is this Taio braking engine. And that just forms the starboard wing, and then the port wing is the same thing. Just connect it. I meant to take that off. And it's got these connection points here on the inside, so we can use that to connect our two cargo holds. And then at the top, we're going to use a TIO control station, 2x1, top B. It snaps in just like that. And then for our fuel tanks, we're going to use two of these M30 Ulysses HE3 tanks. And that's the ship. Like I said, there's nothing to it. It's simple. As far as the weapons go, well, I forgot about this piece out here. So you can kind of see the reactor sticking out. And this is one of those reactors, unfortunately, that you can't paint. Like, it just doesn't do anything. Well, I take it back. You can make the inside red. I guess that doesn't do anything. What about over here? No. A little bit. So I guess you can kind of turn that a little bit red. I did not realize that. That's cool. But it's still, you know, sticking out on the front here. So I just capped it off with this Hope Tech Nose B4. Stick it right there. You really can't put a whole much more cargo on this, even if you wanted to like stack it on top or something, or on the back here, because this thing only has 2 landing gears and it's kind of like balanced in the middle. And if you put much more on there, it's just going to make you, it's going to want a 3rd landing gear, and there's just nowhere to put it. I guess if you wanted to dump the cargo, put the shield up on top, move this up, and then you could put a landing gear here, like something from like a Nova Galactic landing gear, or maybe one from Stroud would fit in there pretty good. And that would work. And then I don't know where you'd put extra cargo, like maybe on the back or something. But that's not what I was going for here. Like I said, I was trying to keep the ship really small. So we'll stick that back there, put the shield generator in the center, and then cap it up off with these 2 D-Gamma. It's a 1020 and a 1010 cargo hold. Now, as far as the weapons, what I found is, unfortunately, you can't use all Class B weapons, even though this is a Class B ship, because there's just nowhere to put the Class B weapons, except for here, here, and then I used a bunch of these Horizon weapons mounts. You're going to put one here, and then 4, 1, 2, and then 3, 4 on the chin, on the 4 corners of the chin. I'll show you how this works. So you can put a Class B weapon on the top here and here, but a Class B weapon won't go here because it doesn't fit. They're just too big. And it's the same with all 4 corners here on the chin. Class B weapons won't fit. There's just not enough space. So you have to use Class A weapons. So this is the Class B weapon on the top. And for the weapons, I used 4 of these PBO 175 auto helium beams. I used 3 of these PBO 50 auto proton beams. These are Class A weapons. And then I used 3 of the PBO 40 auto electron beams. So you could put a Horizon weapons mount there, but you can't put anything on the bottom mount point. Nothing will fit in there. It's just too tight. And do the same thing for that side, and then the bottom corner of the chin. That'll go there. And the last one will go there. So you have 4 of these Horizon weapons mounts on the chin, but you can only put the weapons on the outer points of each of these mounts. But anyways, that lets you max out all 3 weapons groups, and without having to go to the top and put something like a spine C or something on there, which I really didn't want to do. And I mean, I don't know what, I guess it wouldn't look super terrible, but what would that be? Turn that around, stick it on there like that, maybe have a little thing there. Do something here. We could paint the tail, and we'll just do that to make it the same. I guess that wouldn't look super terrible. Actually, that doesn't look really that bad. And then you can put 2 weapons here on the tail I don't know, that doesn't really look that bad. What do you think? I'm never happy with my builds. Like, I always finish them and then, or I tell myself they're finished, and then I just keep messing with them. So, I don't know. Like I said, I like the simple look, so this looks like something that would be like a bathtub toy, now that I'm looking at it. But we'll call that finished. And I think next week, I'm going to be looking at posting this one. This is my big ship that I've been working on forever. This is the most complicated build by far that I've ever had to mess around with. I mean, just trying to cram all this stuff in here. It's got an absurd amount of hab space inside, and the most powerful weapons that I could find in the game. And I still got the cargo up to 6,200. I mean, I'm really happy with the way this came out. Like I said, it's insane how much hab space I crammed into this thing. But yeah, I'm happy. So as far as this Ladybug, there's nothing to it for the inside. It's really just two of those 1x1 habs and then the 2x1 hab at the top. Oh shit, I forgot. I got all the people still inside from when I was doing the big ship.
I would be happy to chat.
I don't use mods, but if I do ever use mods, the first one I'm going to get is something to turn off these people talking while I'm flying. It's really annoying.
Have you ever tried Aurora? Well...
I've had them like walk in front of the chair I'm sitting in while I'm flying. Like I'll be in combat, they'll just stand in front of me where I can't even see what I'm doing.
Stay away from that stuff, Cora. Trust me, it's the worst. Orbital insertion achieved. We're spacebound again.
Oops. Alright, let's go take a look at Serpentis. See what the boys from Varun are doing. That's not it. What about this one? I don't know, let's try something different. Let's go here.
Another jump down. Take that, Dad.
Alright, let's see what we can do.
Are you prepared to face judgment?
Anything with 3 in the name, you gotta kind of watch out, especially with these smaller builds, because they pack a lot of firepower. Damn, I thought I could hit. Try to avoid head-on run-ins with these guys because they have better weapons. But still take them out.
What's going on?
I don't know what's going on, Rosie. You tell me. But like I said, I'm happy with the way this came out. There's not much to it. Excuse me. I think I'm coming down with avian bird flu.
Need something, Captain?
And let's take a look at it from the outside. Get in the photo mode. I like the paint scheme. Came out pretty good. Oh look, you can see all the people standing in there. Like I said, these smaller ship builds, you really got to get creative because they really challenge you. You know, like you could do like trying to do like small ship builds. Oops. And can we not go to our ships while we're out here? I guess we can't. Here, I'll tell you what. I'm just gonna make this easy. Load. Let's just go back to the beginning. Some of these ships can get a little wonky. Like I used to do these small ship challenges, and it would irritate me because people would just like delete all the stuff off of one side of the ship and call that done. And I always thought that was kind of cheap because you want the ship, even you want to make it as small as possible and still be functional. You know, not just like a flying, basically a flying hab. So I guess I have to go down here to. You get to the point where you get that extra jump speed, jump skills. Yeah, don't ever take that. So it's like a pain in the ass because when you jump up, it just takes forever to come back down.
Anything I can help you with? Okay, no problem.
So, like I said, I like these small ship builds. I think they're pretty fun. This is probably one of my favorites right here, the Trunkster. This is a Class C ship, and it's only 12 by 9 to the center line. And like I said, these are no glitches, no mods. And but this is the only ship I've ever built that didn't max out the weapons in all three groups, because there's just nowhere to put it. You know, without getting stupid here on the top, I just like I wanted this ship to like be a pretty much a square when I get done with it. But yeah, for a Class C ship, it's pretty compact. I've never seen one smaller without doing something stupid like this. I really hate when people do this. Like, oh, we'll just call this, you know, smallest ship build right here. It's only 12 by 7, but it's functionally useless. You know, when you're like deleting half the stuff off of it. And this is the point I'm going to be doing next. I think I'm done with this, but I don't know. We'll see. I call it the Southern Cross in my old Beluga. And I think this was probably the first design I ever made. I watched a dude building a small ship build, and I was like, man, if that guy can do that, I can do it. Because I didn't know anything about shipbuilding back then. And I basically copied his design, and then I just kept tweaking on it until I came up with this. And then I was like, I can do better. So then I made it even smaller, and I came up with this thing. And then it just went from there, and everything went crazy. But anyways, this is the Ladybug. I hope you liked it. Like I said, it's a small, simple design. Sometimes those are the best. Not everybody wants to fly around in a Death Star-sized starship. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.